So, what is it that's making John and Katrina Elvin's life a living nightmare? Well, this isn't a job for daytime investigation. In the dead of night, in fact, at the stroke of midnight, our team will try to locate the Monster Man. What is he? Who is he? And why is he there? The night of the vigil has arrived, and it's time for Mark to set up his equipment.
We're going to set up a pair of motion sensors. We're hoping that by placing these here, should anything break the beam, it will cause the alarm to go off, and we will be able to come down and monitor what's gone on.
Mark also sets up a thermal imaging camera which records temperature changes that some believe can indicate paranormal activity. With the setup completed, Mark takes advantage of a lull in the proceedings to check out the Elvins' recording.
They believe they can hear a voice which tells them, "Don't touch me." Now, on playing it back, I'm not so sure that's actually what this voice says. I've actually picked up two different phrases, maybe. One I've discarded now was "John, don't speak." Now I believe it actually says "Don't try and talk." Either way, it's a negative phrase that I don't believe would be mentioned by anyone else in the house.
If it's not anyone in the house, who or what is it?
This could be a voice from the next door neighbours, it could be a voice from downstairs, but I don't think that it is a voice from downstairs. It could be the voice of someone that's passed over. We can't say for definite that it is, but we also can't say for definite that it isn't.
Having heard the voice, Mark seems enthusiastic about recording some paranormal activity tonight. But what does our skeptic Chris French think?
Maybe people will actually think they see things and think they hear things. What will be interesting will be to see whether we can actually pick any of this up with the actual recording apparatus that we've got.
For the vigil, we'll position night vision cameras upstairs in the boys' room and in Katrina and John's bedroom. At precisely midnight, Mia, Mark and the Elvins take their places, whilst Chris monitors the house from the Winnebago, the nerve centre of tonight's vigil.
If you experience anything, just please tell me.
All appears quiet until suddenly, about 20 minutes after the vigil begins, Katrina says she can see things behind John.
Both sides of John now. Okay, that's still quite a big one actually then.
Mia and Katrina claim to be witnessing a paranormal display of lights.
Oh my God. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
However, the cameras and sensors in the room don't seem to be able to pick anything up, nor does John.
Can you not feel anything, John?
Whilst Katrina's transfixed by the light, Mia seems to have sensed another energy force at the other end of the room.
It's going up though. What's upstairs? What's above us?
Our bedroom.
It's your room.
Less than an hour into the vigil and the energies in the room appear to be hotting up. Mia says that something strong is drawing her upstairs. She decides to investigate further, taking Mark with her. Katrina and John are left to fend for themselves downstairs.
First time in my life I've seen something I wasn't like the staticky, just clinking, clink, 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 like all over. It actually came forward, that you could actually see that come away from the wall.
Mia and Mark take watch from the hallway so they can monitor all the main psychic areas.
It's the centre of the place. My heart rate's gone right up.
If this is a poltergeist, as Mia suspects, she says it'll try and outwit her. Mia believes the spirit has already moved on somewhere else. So she sends Mark in to see if he can sense anything. But almost immediately, Mia claims that something is right next to her.
Somebody was just standing here.
They're convinced that the poltergeist is flitting from room to room, but still our cameras can't pick it up. They decide to investigate what they think is the absolute centre of the activity, the boys' room. Mia is immediately drawn to its furthest corner.
I'm actually feeling like I want to stay away from that area of the room.
It's like a denseness.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yes.
He's following us, Mark.
Yeah.
If I get Katrina and bring her back upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Because it's no good us taking what we've seen. We've got to see if they can experience the same thing.
Yeah.
And if you take John out to the Winnebago, he can actually watch her coming upstairs.
Yeah, we'll monitor what you're up to.
John and Mark make their way to the Winnebago, as Mia thinks it's more likely that the ghost will appear to Katrina. And as soon as Katrina enters the boys' room, her nerves get the better of her.
You want to hold my hand, you can?
My heart. Seriously. I get this quite often in this room. It's just like a instant bloody like get out. Do you know what I mean? It's not saying something I'm not. I know.
Katrina is finding the situation more and more intense.
Is that corner darkened?
Yep, we just pulsed.
Oh. It's just darkened, hasn't it? Yeah. I'm not saying I saw the shape or anything, but it's just darkened.
Pulsing.
What does that mean?
Well, often before something comes, it pulses darker. It's like
It's practically jet black, the whole corner. Was it the man that was here?
Yeah. Well done on coming upstairs. I know you didn't want to, but I think it helps. I'm interested to see what, Chris, our skeptic, the professor guy, I'd like him to walk around here on his own.
But before Mia can get Chris into the house, John, who's so intrigued by the effect the boys' room has had on everyone else, insists on going up first.
The darkness, the actual point in which it's like really black, is actually quite a big shape. I felt as if there was someone crouching to it and ready to jump.
Finally, our hardened skeptic is allowed into the house. The others watch from the Winnebago.
This is the boys' room. I'm going to stand here for a while and just see whether I can get any of that kind of sense that they get of what it is that's scaring them. But this is another room I'd be quite happy to spend the night in and go to sleep in.
He's cooking yet, Nick.
There's a challenge.
He said that on national telly. He's spending the night.
Oh, he would though, but he'd just pass out right now. He's desperate to go to sleep. That's why he keeps saying it.
No, I'm not getting anything at all. No. Overall, I have to say, I'm not convinced that anything paranormal was happening last night. But at the end of the day, if Katrina and her family think that paranormal stuff's going on, then hopefully by Mia taking part in her rituals to get rid of this, then if that makes them feel better, then that's what really matters.